Alright, so this is a yoga belly buster for Christmas time and holiday time and all of that, so that we don't feel as guilty as we normally do when we're eating all of our mince pies. So focusing a ton on the core, so really this sort of band area here that's sort of around the top of my high-waisted leggings. So let's start in Sukhasana and get centered. Move the flesh of the butt outside and hands in prayer. Let down the tip of your nose and steady your gaze and take 3 big breaths. In and out of the mouth, making the sound of the sea. Sorry, in and out of the nose, making the sound of the sea. And then warming up the back, hands on knees, cat-cow. Inhale, pull on back on your knees, pull your heart forward, arch your back slightly, and then exhale, draw your stomach right in, navel to spine, round your back. Inhale, heart forward, get that arch in your back. Exhale, draw your tummy in, navel really into the spine, round your back. One more time, inhale. And exhale, really round through. Oh, that's great. And then come to your back. I'm going to do, I don't like to call them crunches, I like to call them kind of waves really. So put your feet out, spread your toes. Inhale and then exhale, hands like starfish. Inhale, core in, exhale. Do that a couple more times. On your own. All the time drawing in the core as if you're pushing your feet out like the tide and then drawing it in. Imagine your feet are waves going up the beach and then drawing in. Then come to lying on your back, hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide, and your Adam's apple going straight up to the ceiling. Feet up, spread your toes, and inhale, heart up to the ceiling, exhale, lower. Inhale, and exhale, lower. Really draw that tummy in. And on the exhale, imagine your stomach's like a tube of toothpaste. So you're drawing it in from the bottom and almost sucking it up into the rib cage. You can think of it as giving your very over-bloated stomach a massage. Well, yours might not be over-bloated, mine is a little bit after eating a little bit too much. And you've done about 10 of those. Tuck in, give yourself a little back massagey and roll up. Couple of times, drawing in your stomach. Woo-hoo. And come on over for cat-cow. So spread your fingers nice and wide, rotate your arms and your biceps towards the front of your mat. Bring in your stomach, then inhale, send your heart forward, roll your shoulders away from your ears, and then exhale, draw that navel right in. Come on over like an angry cat. Inhale. And exhale. Do a few of those on your own. Really focusing on where that navel is going. Alright, so now we've got our spine warmed up. Carrying that feeling of someone pushing your navel into your spine, lift on up into your first downward facing dog. And then slowly pedal your feet out. Focusing on pushing the mat away with your hands, rolling your biceps towards the front of the mat. Somebody pushing your stomach up, your navel into your spine as your heels yearn for the ground. Oh, lovely. You can even look towards your tummy to make sure it's tucked in. Then inhale, come on over your hands into plank. with your nose looking directly down at the ground. Draw your stomach in. Imagine your heels are shooting out backwards and energy is coming from the top of the crown of your head, so you lower like a plank. And if you need to, come down to the ground, flip your toes over. Inhale, come halfway up into up dog. Then exhale, round over into downward facing dog. Or, if you can, using your core muscles, inhale into plank, coming over your hands slightly, core tucked in, elbows tucked in, exhale, lower, hover, inhale, push on your hands and sweep through, exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do that a few times on your own, whichever variation is available to you today. Exhaling into downward facing dog one more time. Okay, from here, quite a fun one. Move your left foot into the centre line of your mat. Inhale your right foot up and just open up your hip flexor. Enjoy that one. It's not really a yoga move, but it feels so damn good. And then kick your leg out like a donkey and then inhale it in the crunch. Exhale out. Sorry, wrong way around. Exhale in. Knee to nose. Inhale out. On your rounding, really draw your tummy in. Sometimes I forget, but think about it, and that will help you. Come on right through, and your last one, look between your hands, roll your shoulders back, bend a lot, and step your foot to where it wants to go. Inhale, using your core for stability, come up into crescent, and let's dip a few times. Now here you might notice that your booty might have wanted to pop out and your stomach bulge forward. Just tuck that under and lift up your hip points. So inhaling on the up, exhaling on the down. Hands either side of your feet. Draw your tummy in, come into plank and vinyasa, which is when you lower again. Inhale, sweep through. Exhale, down dog. And we'll repeat on the other side. So step the other foot into the midline. Donkey kick it out and then open up that hip. Draw in the stomach as much as you can. And then kick it out. Exhale. Knee to nose. Inhale, kick through. Exhale, knee to nose. Do that 5 times. And the last one, look to where you want to go. Really draw your stomach in, bend your back knee, step through. Inhale, up to crescent, dropping the tailbone, lifting up the frontal hip points. And let's do a few dips. Steadying your gaze, only stretching your body and not your face, tempting as it is. And arms sweep round wide, tuck your tummy in, let's go into plank and vinyasa. Sweep through and back into down dog. Oh, that was great. And then from down dog, walk your feet up to your hands, grab your elbows, really draw your tummy in as if someone's pushing there. Bend your knees a little if it feels good, and hang over, catch your breath. Making the sound of the sea, and arms hang. Sweep up, draw in the energy from the day and draw that centre line, that lovely centre line down your body and step to the front of your mat. I'm going to do the rather vigorous sun salutation B. So inhale, sweep your arms up, come into chair. Exhale, dive down. Bend your knees a lot, step your hands back. Into plank, feet back into plank, vinyasa. Sweep through. On the same exhale into downward dog, bring that right leg forward like we did before. Step it through, spin the back leg down, come up into warrior one. Tuck your tailbone, lift up your frontal hip points. Vinyasa down. Inhale, sweep through. Exhale, down dog. Hang out here for about 5 breaths. Calming your mind. Gazing towards your belly. Thinking about all the pies you're letting go. Then bend your knees a lot. And either step or lightly hop forward. Inhale, come into chair. Exhale, draw that centre line down. I'm going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, chair. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, come halfway up. Exhale, bend your knees a lot. Step or hop back into plank. Exhale, down. Inhale, sweep. Feels so good once you've warmed up. Exhale. Down dog, and on the same exhale this time, step your left foot forward. Spin your right foot down. Inhale. Up into crescent. Sorry, warrior one. Exhale down. Vinyasa. Lovely inhale to sweep through. Exhale, draw that tummy right up and in to downward facing dog. And chill out here. Steadying not just your body, but even more importantly, your mind. At the bottom of your next exhale, bend your knees a lot, look forward, slightly hop to where you want to go. Inhale, chair. Exhale, centre. Last time. Inhale, let's get deeper into chair. Oh yeah. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway up. Hands on ground, bend your knees a lot. Step or hop forward, land into plank. Bent arms, inhale, sweep through. Draw that tummy up, exhale. On the same exhale, drawing in the tummy even more. Step your right foot through, the left foot back, come into warrior one. Exhale down, stepping back, vinyasa, sweep, and exhale, downward facing dog. Oh yes. Eventually when you do yoga enough, this position becomes a rest pose, but it's normal if you're starting out for this one to feel, you know, a little energetic. So just, if you feel that way, just bend your knees or widen your feet just to ease up there. Whatever stage you're at, just be there. And at the bottom of your next exhale, bend your knees a lot, look forward, and either lightly hop or walk your hands forward. Inhale into chair. Exhale, draw that centre line. Okay, so this is the next fun bit of the sequence. Let's just centre ourselves. Draw your tailbone down. Lift your frontal hip points up. And get long through the crown of the head. On an inhale, bend your knees. And exhale, step out nice and wide, like so. Parallel your feet off. Inhale, draw your tailbone down, lift your stomach up, sweep up your hands and hook your thumbs. And let's see how long we can get in that tummy by wiggling our way up, but dropping our shoulders, not around our ears, dropping them down our back, but getting nice and long in that spine. Inhale, keeping that length, put your hands on your hips, then exhale, come over forward. Let your head hang. Maybe place your hands
wide, and your head drop to the ground, the crown of your head. Just be mindful not to overextend your knees, so if you need to, just give a little micro bend to make it feel more comfortable. And inhale, draw your stomach up, nice flat back, hands on hips, and then inhale all the way up. Spin your right leg out and your left leg in. Line up heel to arch and then come into warrior two. So a lot of people go like this, surfing Malibu style on warrior two, but come back, and whilst your knees are going that way slightly, your torso needs to be going parallel to the side of your mat. And imagine you're like a warrior prince, Mongolian warrior prince, riding across the plain. That helps me. And then bend a little lower. Inhale, arm stretches up. Exhale, bend that front arm, come over into a side angle pose. Inhale through warrior two, then extend to reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. And then from here, very carefully, place your hands either side of your front foot, your back foot will spin up. Hop forward, and then inhale, come up into Ardha. This requires a lot of mental focus now. Use that core, that stomach, and imagine someone is pulling you up by the top hand and pulling you back by the heel. So you're being stretched out like a nice star. Really draw that core in to give you stability. And then lower, foot down. Inhale, imagine someone's pulling your hand up. Square off your feet. And let's do the other side. Before we go to the other side, actually clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale that stomach in, hands down. Exhale, come on over. And get a nice stretch across your back there. Feels great. Drag your shoulders away from your ears so that you're not kind of just letting everything slump. As if someone's got your hand and is pulling them in the opposite direction to your head. You get nice tension-free shoulders around your ears. Inhale, suck your belly in and come on up. And let's spin to do that flow on the other side. So spin your back foot in, your front foot goes out. Line up heel to arch. If you need to, get a little wider. Exhale, get a 90-degree bend. Make sure you're not surfing Malibu style. Come on back and spin your shoulders parallel to the side of your mat, even though your legs aren't. And then inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale. Extended side angle pose. Spin your lower ribs under. Inhale. Oh, that feels good. Getting a great stretch up here, but don't dump here. Let that stretch over too. Exhale, right angle pose, and really get those lower ribs to come through. Inhale. Last one. Keep that front knee bent, tummy in, and exhale. Inhale up into warrior two. Maybe bounce if you did on the other side. And then let's go into Ardha. Hands either side of the front knee, drawing in the stomach. Walk your back knee forward. Keep that tummy drawn in. Focus, focus, focus. As if somebody else has got your top hand. Spread across the collarbones. And kick that back foot back. Draw your navel deep into your spine. Feel like a star, shining nice and bright and shining out in all directions. From the crown of your head, through the back heel, hand to hand, drawing in the core. And slowly come on down. Back foot finds the ground. Inhale into warrior two. And then exhale. Feet round and walk them together. Oh, that feels good. I feel nice and stretched. You don't have to do this next one, but if you fancy doing a headstand, this is a sort of playful bit. Couple of options. If you've never done headstand before, perhaps practice puppy dog, which is hands on the wall. Make sure your biceps are spinning up to the ceiling. And then walk your feet away so that you become 90 degrees. And imagine you're pushing that wall away, sending your shoulders away from your ears and getting your tailbone coming right out energetically in completely the opposite direction of the energy that you're sending out through the crown of your head. Now, if you're a little bit more advanced, hopefully you can see this, but what you can do is come into a down facing dog with your feet against the wall, like this, and then sucking in your belly, making sure your wall's not too slippery. You can walk up a wall and just hang out here, push the mat away, the ground away, sort of tiptoe, and then play around here, just sucking in your belly, using your belly to draw your leg up and down, or just hang out here. But be really mindful to push that ground away so you're not dumping your shoulders like this. Push the ground away. If you're a little bit more advanced and you've done headstand before on your own, well, then you know what to do. Hands about 6 inches from the wall. Either kick up with your strong leg or hop up like a bunny. Look forward, look in between your thumbs and your hands and fingers. And gently come up. Don't dump, push into the ground. Get that length in the torso. Look between your hands and see if you can hold it. And gently come on down. That's fun. I'm practicing that one and playing around with it, and then take a child's pose. I love it, look at that. So good for your circulation. Good for your general system to get your blood flowing in renewed energy. Especially when we're feeling a bit slumpy and dumpy at Christmas. That one's great because you really have to pull in your stomach to get that length and stability. And when you've taken enough rest in child's pose, listen to your body. Go at your own pace. The last two are the nice poses. Our twisted pose. Kick out your feet so they're making a nice flat platform as if they're trying to push the ceiling away. Spread your hands nice and wide, sucking in your belly nice and deep. Exhale, both legs over, controlling it with your stomach. Looking towards the opposite shoulder as your legs come down. Drawing in that stomach. And your feet on the ground. Just check that your top leg hasn't suddenly become shorter than your bottom leg. Use your core to push it over and then root the opposite shoulder down to the ground. And suck in your core, inhale it up, legs come back over. You might need to shuffle to give yourself more room. And let's do the other side. So root your hands into the ground, press your index finger and thumb pad into the ground, flex your feet, draw in your stomach, and use all of your stomach muscles, rooting your opposite shoulder into the ground as your legs go over the other way. God, that feels good. And then look towards the rooted shoulder as your feet come down. Checking that top leg hasn't become short, using the core band and transverse muscles, abdominal muscles, to pull that leg over. Suck in your stomach. Hang out here for a while. And then Inhale, suck that tummy in, bring the legs up. And then collapse, give yourself a nice little hug, a nice little roll in the back. Preparing for Shavasana, the most important pose. The reason why we practice yoga, so that when we come at the end, we've got no more aches and pains. We can just be at the end and have a little meditation, which sorts us out and helps us be centered, nice people for the rest of the day. So come into Shavasana, wiggle around as much as you need to. You might need to walk your shoulders under. You might need to put a jumper over you or a towel or something just to keep yourself warm. Let your head get long in the neck. Close your eyes. Breathe deep. Exhale it all out. Breathe in. Exhale all out. Can go out through the mouth. Let all your troubles melt into the ground. One more time. Big inhale. Give up anything you don't want to carry anymore. Give it up to the ground. Relax your forehead. Let your eyes sink deep into the back of the sockets. Relax your nose. Your mouth, let it hang loose. Let your shoulders get super heavy into the ground. Relax your arms and your fingers. Let your chest and your breath come to a slow, steady, natural pace. There's no work to be done. Nothing that needs to be done for the next 2 or 3 minutes. So let your stomach sink into the ground, your pelvis, your thighs, your knees, let them hang loose, and your feet which carry you all day. Send them some love and let them just gently flop open. Letting thoughts pass like clouds without judgment. Enjoy Shavasana in silence for the next few minutes, after which I'll wake you. Slowly begin to bring awareness back to your body by taking a bigger inhale Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Brush your thumb across the tips of your fingers to say hello. Inhale deeper. Perhaps stretch your hands above your head and your heels away in the opposite direction. And then exhale, tucking your tummy and roll over to the side. Come into a fetal position. And think about what you've done for your body, something nice, something healthy over this rather indulgent time. So give yourself a kind of pat on the back. Give yourself some love for doing this. Then inhale, push into your hands, sit up nice and tall. Still looking down your nose, hands in prayer. Grow long in the spine. Inhale, heart up. Chin drops. Maybe have a think about what you're grateful for today. Especially at this time of year. And bid yourself a good day. And have a good one from me. Namaste.